Just 1 second of distraction or a split-second decision can completely change what happens next. Let's take a look at some notable moments caught on camera today and the safety lessons behind them. The incident during practice also shows why airshow venues must maintain strict safety distances from the audience. This is a highly risky moment that you shouldn't try at home. Being just a few seconds late could have easily caused a crash. Even though the Toyota was heavily damaged after the crash, the driver was lucky to walk away with only minor injuries. The highway isn't the right place to race or test a supercar's limits because surrounding vehicles can easily get caught up in an accident. Authorities took a blood sample to determine if the driver was impaired, so it's too early to conclude the exact cause. Close formation flying requires pilots to maintain their speed position and distance with extreme precision. Where are our viewers watching from today, and what's the weather like in your area? For logging trucks, the coupling system needs a thorough check before every trip to reduce the risk of it detaching on the road. The guardrail helped stop the car from going completely off the road, preventing the situation from getting any worse. While some places wait months for rain in Mazenram, people are probably just hoping for a clear, sunny day. The combination of the ocean, the sandy beach, and a massive military aircraft created a very rare sight. The plan was to get the ATV to the ground smoothly, but the ramp decided to back out early. After the incident, a massive amount of debris spilled onto the road, meaning the cleanup took quite a bit of time. On the Sichuan-Tibet highway, a group of drivers unexpectedly ran into a rock slide while traveling through rough terrain. You should never try to drive through floodwaters. It's incredibly hard to judge the depth and power of the water just by looking at it. The glare from oncoming LED headlights can also reduce visibility, making it much harder to avoid obstacles. There's a stop sign ahead of the Prius. Stopping and taking a careful look before moving forward is the best way to avoid an accident. The impact was so strong that debris flew into the home's pool area. Fire and medical crews arrived on the scene quickly after the crash. If you were the driver in front, would you be willing to use your own car to help stop a runaway truck and save lives? The tornado continued to damage nearby structures as it moved through the area on December 14th. According to the reports, a brake failure meant the driver couldn't slow down in time before the vehicle turned. Construction entrances and exits should have warning signs so other drivers can stay safe when unexpected things happen. Yielding isn't just about being polite. It gives larger vehicles the space they need to maneuver without causing traffic issues.
Yeah, but I don't think you need to say,
This moment was captured in Iowa. Do you think the most common cause of this type of crash is driver distraction or tailgating? With a lifting limit of about 20 tons, what other aircraft or helicopters do you think the Mi-26T could transport in one piece? The driver just delivered a package to the wrong house, but Brownie seemed to take on the role of address inspector. When there are wind warnings over 100 kilometers per hour, it's best to stay away from outdoor structures. They can collapse with almost no time to react. Steel bars and heavy materials being tossed around show that trying to secure a temporary structure in high winds can be extremely risky. Avalanches can happen incredibly fast. Staying calm and following safety guidelines will help reduce the risk of injury caused by panic. In Cefalù, east of Palermo on the island of Sicily, a waterspout suddenly formed offshore and then slowly moved toward a crowded beach. Mount Etna in Italy suddenly became highly active. It created a spectacular sight, but forced nearby tourists to quickly leave the area. A landslide blocked the road between Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. According to locals, thankfully, no one was injured. It only took a second for him to point his finger, and it took just as long for the monkey to send a foot-based reply.
Oh, he'll take it. Get it.
This raccoon seemed to spot something interesting belonging to a tourist and decided to come over and borrow it right away. In just a short amount of time, the tornado left a clear path of damage wherever it touched down. A strong tornado in Alabama created a dangerous situation for a group of workers at a recycling plant. Under 2026 traffic laws, an illegal turn that causes an accident can result in heavy fines and points on your driver's license. A store employee said the wind was so strong that the front doors blew open and indoor displays came crashing down. In your opinion, what's the best way to reduce the impact of incidents like this? Early warning systems, strict dam inspections, or evacuation plans for downstream areas. Driving too closely between two cars leaves the driver with very little room to react, especially if one of them suddenly turns or slows down. Ironically, this is already the 6th accident he's been in over just 2 years. Luckily, he wasn't seriously hurt. If an obstacle is outside the sensor zone, the system might just keep closing the door, creating a risky situation. What do you think is the main reason a boat would flip in this situation? High speed, the bow, catching the wind, or a steering mistake? In a traffic jam, the danger doesn't just come from the car in front of you. It also comes from vehicles approaching at high speeds from behind. The strange part is that after the first impact, she kept her foot on the gas, which kept pushing the car forward. The incident happened at the Kemena Bridge traffic lights when the black car in front suddenly stopped. According to NASA, only about 11% of an iceberg's volume is above the water. That's why seeing the underside like this is incredibly rare. Built between 1964 and 1969, the Red Road Flats were about 89 meters tall and were once known as the tallest residential buildings in Europe. For massive structures like this, setting up a safety zone and evacuating people beforehand is an incredibly important step. While instant karma can catch viewers off guard, the most important thing is to stay calm and keep yourself safe. Their quick teamwork kept the situation from turning into total chaos and showed a really admirable willingness to help. Not having a dedicated runway isn't an issue. The Saab JAS 39 Gripen is actually designed to take off from a standard highway stretch. The metal part then fell onto the steps near where the audience was standing, creating a very unexpected situation. The older brother wanted to teach his sibling how to reverse a tractor, but the first lesson ended up being how to pull it out of a ditch.
All right, that's enough. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Giddy up! Let's go! Oh, Jesus! Oh my God! Oh my! Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just wanted to go. I need to like push down cars.
Two people nearby immediately ran over to check on their teammate and help out. Fortunately, he was still safe. When turning into a narrow path, riders should slow down before steering. Keep the bike steady and avoid grabbing the brakes while leaning. The motorcycle managed to avoid the crash, but the rider's nerves probably needed to pull over for a few minutes of maintenance. What do you think finally helped the rider avoid the crash? A safe following distance, quick reflexes, or spotting the danger early? The husband stood there watching the whole thing unfold, but his warning seemed to arrive a little slower than the garage door. They were trying to install a motor to make the boat go faster, but the mechanics ended up being the first ones in the water. He just wanted to grab a few things quickly, but the car wash immediately handed him a bill for a new door. Bystanders seemed to find the whole scene pretty entertaining, right up until they saw the mess the fire retardant drop left behind.
Oh no, my truck!
If you saw this happening in real life, would you keep recording or immediately run for cover?
Tornado cloud. Look, it's got space behind it. This is a low.
Are there any port operators out there who can explain what causes a container to drop like this? Is it a faulty lock, a weight imbalance, or an operator error? A crash only takes a few seconds, but putting on your seatbelt before the car moves can completely change the outcome. At least 20 buildings collapsed. This forced rescue teams to race against time to find anyone still trapped under the rubble. This view is absolutely stunning, but you have to watch from a safe distance because these ice blocks can flip or shatter without warning. Before leaving a loading dock, drivers need to confirm the bed is fully lowered and keep an eye out for clearance signs on the road. The luckiest part of this whole situation is that residents managed to get out as soon as they saw signs of a landslide. Three of the wheels were still trying to finish the trip, but it looks like the fourth one decided to clock out early. A 7.4 magnitude earthquake hit Taiwan on April 3rd. It shook a mountainside north of Hualien, sending a barrage of boulders down onto the road. Bicycles being swept or dragged across the road can easily become hazards for pedestrians and passing traffic. Helmets, riding gear, and track safety protocols all play a massive role in reducing the severity of injuries. Trees were constantly swaying and snapping, showing just how intense the wind speeds were at that moment. Emergency crews were clearing the scene after a truck spilled a chemical that was reported to be non-hazardous.
Double flip challenge.
Paramedics quickly moved in and helped the driver out of the vehicle after the crash. A few hours later, heavy storms caused flooding under the 3300 South overpass, and drivers were advised to avoid I-215 entirely.
Slide.
They both picked a wide trail through the woods, but ended up meeting in the exact spot neither of them wanted.
Oh, Jesus.
The vehicle came to a stop right under a sign that read, "Learn to Drive." It made for a pretty ironic scene. A driver forgot to engage the parking brake, leaving the van to roll backward right into the garage area. These motorcycles seem to take a shortcut downtown, but this definitely wasn't a route designed for them. A beginner motorcycle rider suddenly lost control while practicing in a parking lot. Fortunately, he wasn't hurt in the incident. There isn't enough info to tell if the wheel fell off because of loose lug nuts, worn-out parts, or a mistake during repairs. When launching a boat at a lake ramp, drivers should check their payload and tire traction and avoid backing too deep into the water.
Big freaking trouble. She was on the freeway swimming and hitting everybody's car. I got you.
How much stricter do you think the penalties should be for a hit and run?
She was in the freeway swimming and everything. She hit 3 fucking cars on the freeway.
When reversing in tight spaces, drivers need to double-check their surroundings. Keep a foot on the brake and use the pedals very smoothly. Luckily, according to reports, the cyclist managed to escape the situation without any injuries. Bystanders should keep their distance from the scene. Avoid standing near a leaning vehicle because it could easily shift again.
They ain't having it their way today.
Do you think insurance will cover the Lamborghini driver for this accident? Drivers should always slow down before bumps or raised roads. Hitting them too fast can easily throw a car off balance. When riding an ATV in the woods, riders should slow down on slopes, keep their center of gravity steady, and wear full safety gear.
Mira, mi primo el José te aparca la moto donde quiera. José, aparca ahí, en ese árbol. ¿Qué? ¿Cómo te has quedado?
Luckily, the person in front managed to step aside just in time to avoid getting hit.
All right.
Over in London, a car tried to drive off, even though its wheel was clamped for illegal parking. The car seemed to come with a special built-in window just so the passengers could watch the wheel doing its job. Just seconds after starting, the man fell off the bike before he even had time to figure out the controls.
Oh my God.
That's a one-way street going that way.
He's doing it, bro. How did he even get down that street?
Bro, it's a what? He's still going.
The truck chose the wrong road, and then the road decided not to let it leave without a fight.
Oh no! Oh shit! This kid is fucked. Demon's trying to help him out. Look at him.
Wait a minute. Well, hit it hard. Go! Go!
You get it.
She planned to conquer the mud pit, but the mud ended up giving her a full body bath instead. Everyone rushed over to help her get out.
Get up.
Hey, Caleb, your phone getting her phone. You can
Thanks for joining us for today's Notable Moments. If you enjoy these stories caught on Dashcam, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss our next video.